Hey, what is going on guys? It is Young here, and today I'm back in our Fortnite video, and in today's video I'm going to give you guys some tips and tricks when it comes to improving your win percentage in Fortnite, and as well when it comes to raising your KD. I'm going to be talking about everything in this video, and before we get into the video, I'm going to be hosting a V-Buck giveaway, and if you guys want a chance to win some free V-Bucks, all you need to do is to drop a like on this video, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, turn on my notifications, and as well leave a comment down below of your Xbox gamer tag, your PSN gamer tag, or Epic account. And for the winner, I'm going to be giving away 2,000 V-Bucks, in which you can buy skins, gliders, pickaxes, anything you want in the item shop, so make sure you guys enter. And as well, if you guys like to add me and support me as a creator in the item shop, all you have to do is go over to the item shop, go down to the bottom right, hit support a creator, and type in my code. My code is Young Humor, and you guys will have me supported as a creator. And alright guys, let's get to the video. Alright, so like I said, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to improve your win percentage in this game. So basically just how to get a lot more consistent wins, and as well raise your KD here for Fortnite. And so to be honest with you guys, I've been playing a lot more arena than I have pubs in the last few days. And at the time I'm making this video, I'm just over 800 points. So I've been playing a ton of arena, getting a lot of points, clutching out a few games in the end, getting a lot of placements. So I've been playing really well in arenas, and as well I've been able to get a lot of kills in there as well. And so for the gameplay here, it's not like the craziest gameplay, but the reason why I'm talking about arena is because I really do like arena, for the reason being because you're constantly going to be playing against better players, especially when you have a lot more points. Because I think once you reach over 300 points, you're matched with anybody over 300. Because I have got into matches where I've had Ninja in my game, and I think Ninja's at like 1600 points, Tfu's at like about the same as well. So they have a ton of points in arena, and I also get queued with them as well. So once you're over 300 points, you can get queued with anybody over 300 points. So sometimes you're gonna be running to really sweaty players, pro players, and sometimes you're gonna be running to a little bit better than average player. But anyways, what I'm talking about is honestly when it comes to raising your KD, or honestly just improving in this game, you want to be playing against very good players, or players that might give you a little bit of a challenge. Because if you're constantly just running into bad players, you're still going to be improving, but you're not going to be improving as fast as if you're going into players that are a lot better. But at the same time, if you're in an arena and you're constantly just dying game after game, then I would try to focus on playing a lot more pubs and trying to get a lot more kills in there, because arena can be a little bit difficult when you're going for a decent amount of kills, just because the players are really sweaty, and the second you get a shot on them, they're boxed in, going for high ground, and they're just really good players. So it can be difficult to go for a lot of kills. But when you're playing arena against those better players, you do learn a lot when it comes to fighting those type of players, because you learn how to outplay them and learn exactly what they do. And I'm not gonna lie, there has been times even for myself when I played arena and I just got absolutely destroyed by against the players that I'm going against, because they're just a lot faster and a lot better than me. And when it comes to arena, it also is cross-platform, so you can be running into PC players, and PC players, trust me, they're so much faster than any controller player, just because their DPI on their mouse can be extremely high. So when you're going against players like that have such an advantage like that, then it can be a really good way to improve at this game. And if you constantly work on trying to improve at this game, I guarantee you your win percentage and KD is going to be going up. And that's probably the number one thing that I would focus on when it comes to improving in this game, and really just getting your win percentage up and everything like that. It just try to focus on getting better. I really wouldn't try to focus on specifically just trying to raise your stats, because when you just try to raise your stats, you really don't have a goal. And when I was playing on Xbox, I think my stats were some of the highest. It was absolutely crazy. I think my KD overall was above a 7, and pretty much my KD started really getting high. I think it was about season 5, or maybe it was season 6, and I was just going off. My win percentage for the next 2 or 3 seasons was above a 40 every single season. KD was above 11 or 12, and I was going tilted towers every single game. And the reason why my KD was so high wasn't because I always was really good at the game. I was pretty bad at the game when I first started off, I'm not even gonna lie, and then I started to get better slowly and slowly. But the one thing that really helped me get my stats up the most is I would try to focus on things that I really wasn't good at, and by doing that, it really did hurt my stats in the short term, just because I was trying different things that I wasn't used to. Like playing aggressive, I used to play really passive every single game. I'd be going for like 7 or 8 kill games. If you guys watch my earlier videos, it really wasn't that passive, but I wasn't going for like a really aggressive playstyle, going for a ton of kills. So I'd go for like a moderate amount of kills, but now I play for a lot more kills just because it is a lot harder, and by doing so it makes you improve at the game a lot quicker. And so even though you're playing a lot more aggressive, at first your stats are going to go down a little bit because you're not going to be used to it, and you're going to be dying a lot more off spawn, dying a lot more in fights because you're going to be challenging so many people every single game. But after a while, maybe after a few days or even after a week of just practicing things you're not good at, maybe running into a lot more players, winning gunfights, and there's a lot of things you guys can improve on in this game. It could be building, it could be editing, it could be decision making. It really can be anything in this game. There's definitely a lot of things to improve on. Even for me, there's definitely a lot of things that I can improve on as well. And one of the main things that I think is the biggest indicator on raising your stats, and one thing that's going to help out the most, is really just playing smart, because you don't even have to be the best of players. And this is just something that I've done in every single shooter game that I've played. I've gone up against a lot of players who were a lot better than me when it comes to aiming and just different things like that, but just because I was a lot smarter in the fights, I was able to outplay players like that consistently. Even if their aim was a lot better, or maybe they had better weapons, or whatever the case may be, I was still able to get those kills and outplay the players that I was going against just because I was playing a lot smarter. And this is going to be true especially for me when I play against PC players. A lot of them are a lot quicker than me when it comes to building, when it comes to editing, or even when it comes to aim, because aiming with the mouse can be really easy. And that's one thing that I've noticed when I started using the shotgun, when I just mess around with my keyboard and mouse. Aiming with the shotgun, I'm not even gonna lie, is super easy, and I hit a ton of shots, hitting for a lot of damage every single time. But so when I go against those players who maybe have a little bit better than me mechanically or aiming wise, I can still outplay those players a ton of times on a consistent basis, because even if they are better builders than me, better editors, it doesn't always mean that they're going to be able to win the gunfight, because I've gone up against so many people who can edit and build a lot quicker than me. But the reason I'm able to still win the gunfight, because even if they are able to build a lot faster than me, I'm still able to counter exactly what I'm doing. Maybe I can play off the low ground, maybe I can shoot them down, maybe do a little things like that. I typically don't shoot down a ton, because once you shoot down, it really is easy for the guy on top to get a lot of shots on you, so you do have to be careful about that. But there is a lot of different ways that you can approach that type of fight and really still have an advantage even if you aren't on high ground. And in terms of improving your win percentage in Fortnite, there's a few things that you can do, and one of the main things that you can do to improve your win percentage is going to be to try to be as consistent as possible when it comes to playing in Fortnite. That could mean when you have the same type of loadout, so it's easy to find the weapons in your inventory. It could be your rotation, your landing location. There's definitely a lot of things that you could be consistent in, because the more consistent you are, the easier it is to win games and easier it is to play really good. Just because if you're constantly changing things up, changing different type of things to do, and this could be a really good way to actually improve, just trying out new things. But when it comes to going for a consistent win percentage or a consistent wins in Fortnite, that is something you probably don't want to do when it comes to going for wins. It could be a really good way to improve as a player, but if you're really just going strictly for wins, it probably isn't going to be the best option to do. And when it comes to improving your win percentage and your KD, honestly, when it comes to improving your stats, a lot of them are improved at the exact same time. Because if you have a higher win percentage, your KD is also going to be going up. Because if you're winning games, that means you're not dying, so at the same time your KD is going to be going up. So if you are looking to improve your stats, a lot of the times you're going to be improving all your stats at the exact same time. It's not going to really just be improving one stat at a time. But with all of that said, when it comes to raising your stats, I really don't think it's the most important thing to do. I think it's way more important to focus on improving as a player rather than just raising a win percentage or a KD. Because if you're playing like an arena mode, if you're playing scrims, of course your KD and win percentage is going to be a lot lower than person who grinds out solos in public matches, just because of obvious reasons. It's a lot harder to win in a scrim lobby, and as well it's just a lot harder to get a good KD because you're going to be going up against really good players in scrim lobbies and as well in arena, so it's going to be a lot harder to get those high KDs and consistent wins. I just think when it comes to stats and improving your stats, stats. I think it could be a really good indicator when it comes to improving as a player, and as well a really good indicator when it comes to improving as a player is if you're playing arena mode and you're consistently getting more points. And that's what I would recommend doing when you're playing arena, is not really just try to play all out aggressive most of the time. I would recommend trying to go for consistent points, maybe placement points, because placement points really aren't that difficult to get if you play really smart, play a little bit slower at the beginning, and you could probably end up getting a lot of consistent points in arena mode. And that's what I would recommend doing when you're playing in that to improve as a player. And with that being said, that's all for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, hope you guys liked it, and if you guys could, drop a like on this video, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, turn on my notifications so you're notified for every single new video, and alright guys, I'll see you next video.